get to know within the Black and ethnic minority communities in entertainment, film, fashion, television and arts. And I tell you what, today I have a very, very special guest, multi-talented, multitasking woman. She's a television presenter, she's a healthcare worker, she's a former beauty queen, she's a presenter, she presents everywhere you see her in the Black community, she's there. I don't want to talk too much about this beautiful lady because you know what, I'm aching to bring her on. The wonderful Alafair Celestine. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Pauline. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
You do so much. Listen to me. I was struggling to say what you do. You're absolutely amazing. How do you do it?
Pauline, as women, we are gifted. We are blessed. We have the ability to do whatever we want to do.
Yes.
Once we put God first, everything just flows naturally.
And look at the beauty in you.
Thank you.
You're a former beauty queen, 2004. But I tell you what, I could crown you right now. If I had a beauty pageant, I could crown you right this minute. You're absolutely gorgeous. What do you do to keep yourself looking this beautiful?
Girl, I think it's my hectic schedule that really keeps me in form. I used to do yoga, but I don't have the time for it as before.
Right.
But I just think a healthy diet, just eat on time, and I eat cooked food than buy food out.
Yes.
And that helps as well.
Yeah, you mentioned your hectic schedule.
Yes.
You're everywhere within, you present all
well,
every
the more
event
important
within,
events
yes,
there. I consider myself as a cultural ambassador, and I think our Black community sometimes shortchanged by the media.
Right.
So I took it upon myself to sort of like document, take pictures, write stories about events happening, not just in the Caribbean community, but also in the Asian and African community. I am from Trinidad and Tobago. I came to London to pursue a media career in 2003. And since I've been here and going to the several events, due to being a title holder as Miss Commonwealth International,
wow.
It allowed me.
What year was that?
That was also 2004. 2004 was my year.
That was very big.
Yeah.
Wow,
that was in
fantastic.
Liverpool. Yes. So it really allowed me to meet other cultures and go to a lot of functions. And it's there, I think, my love for just documenting and presenting and supporting our community started.
Oh, absolutely amazing. Because I know you have actually been nominated for, is it 1 or 2 BEFFTAs? 2
BEFFTAs this year. 2010, my year.
2010, your year.
I claim it in the name of Jesus. Yes, I've been nominated for the best past beauty queen, former beauty queen rather, and also presenter.
A best presenter.
Yes.
So as obviously they nominated you because they think you deserve this award as a former beauty queen. Yes. What have you been up to?
Well, since 2004, that was a year of transformation for me because I've done modeling before, but pageantry is much different to the catwalk scene. And it helped me a lot in terms of my confidence and in meeting other high commissioners and so forth.
Yes.
And during the reign, I was able to travel, as well as I was on the board for Stand Up for Africa charity, as
fantastic.
well as John Fashion You charity for disadvantaged women. It was really, really helpful. Being part of the charities, it just really opened my eyes up. Of course, there are so many charities out there that definitely needs the help, but they stand out for me.
You know what? It's quite a good thing that the beauty pageant has been nominated, and there is a section for beauty pageants, because I think a lot of people don't know what beauty pageants do and what beauty queens do, whether present beauty queens or past beauty queens. I know beauty queens who, are continuing, former beauty queens who are continuing to, to serve their communities. I mean, just share with us, tell people who don't know what beauty queens are all about, because people just think, oh, beauty.
It's just a pretty face and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, times have definitely changed, Pauline. For the pageant community, young ladies are definitely ambassadors, with and without the title.
Yeah, would you encourage them to join the beauty pageants?
Of course I would, because it has done a lot for me, not only just building my confidence, but building that awareness of what I can do, my abilities as well, and how I can contribute and make a difference to my community and by extension the world.
Yes.
With the title, you can do a lot more. Whether it be charity, whether you create your own charity, whether you support substantial, charity that is out there, or you can also do stuff back home in your country, because we live in London.
We live in London, yes.
And of course, our community in London, as well as in our home country, do need this support.
Right.
So we can do a lot of work there. And we could also help other young women. I get so many young women from other beauty pageants that come to me for advice. And it's also basic advice. What do you do for interviews? How can you market yourself? How can I get more involved? Things like that.
So how do they get in touch with you? Do you have, are you running any sort of courses or any programs to inspire people, to do what they want to do?
At the moment, I'm working with some other young ladies, some other former beauty queens as well, and promoters, and putting together some workshops, and that will be coming soon. So far, I just have my Facebook page, Alafair Celestine /presenter, where girls contact me via Facebook and or email at alafaircelestine@hotmail.com, and we take it from there, really, have a one-on-one chat. Because what usually happens after a show, sometimes we don't realize the psychological side of it. And not a lot of people can deal with disappointment, or they know how to deal with it.
Not everyone can be a winner.
Exactly. Really. But there's also a role for all of us. And to understand what your role is.
We are all good at something. Yes.
That's the key. That's the key right there.
I admire you, actually. I really do admire you. As a writer, do you plan to bring out a book, or what are you doing at the moment?
No, that could be something in the making. I wouldn't say no. I would write it off, because
I just put the idea in your head.
Actually, I was approached last year while I was in Trinidad that I should do something, because I have such a colorful life and so much experiences.
Of course, you could document it and,
probably
write it in a book, and I'll buy it. I'm sure they'll buy it. When you buy it, they'll buy it, yes.
Food for thought, definitely. But I think, no, I'll just continue supporting my community and writing what's happening within the Trinidadian, African, Asian community for the various websites.
So what next up? What's coming up for you?
For me, it's the BEFFTA Awards.
Oh, yes. Oh, everybody's talking about BEFFTA Awards, the 30th of October. If you have not bought your frock or your black tie, your tuxedo, you know what? Get in there.
We are promoting our black designers.
Wow.
Our black African, Caribbean, and Asian designers. Get in contact with them and wear the support.
I absolutely love that. In fact, on the BEFFTA website, we have the best designers, the best female designer category, the best male designer category. You can refer to the last year's winners, this year's nominees, research about them. If you want to get your frocks, you know what? So tell me, what are you going to wear?
I have an outpour of African, Asian, and Caribbean designers.
So it's a mix.
It's a headache, really, because you want to look your best, and you want to support everyone, but you can't support all the designers. Probably I'll have an outfit to be on stage, an outfit when I come off, an outfit when I enter, an outfit when I leave. but to be realistic, I know.
Be warned, it's going to be Alafair everywhere. Alafair here, there, everywhere. We love you. We look forward to seeing you. Now, you've been nominated for 2 categories. How are you going to get people to come and drum support for you?
I think...
bear in mind, this year, I think it's text voting.
It's text voting?
Yes.
That is quite interesting.
Yes, on the 24th of September, that's when it begins.
The lines open. Okay, on the 24th of September.
Yes.
Well, the PR machine is going to be seriously working.
Absolutely.
Definitely going to be out there, getting my community to come out there and support me. I mean, I've always supported them, so this is your turn now. Come and support me. I mean, we do this work, tirelessly, from our hearts.
Absolutely.
And we don't do it because, at the end of the day, we're going to get an award for it. We do it because we love what we do and we want to help and support others.
Absolutely.
So being appreciated you know, in this forum is really nice of the community, and for you to put this award together is really kind to recognize people in the Black community. So hats off
I
to
mean,
you.
it's because of people like you who work very hard, tirelessly, not with Beyonce's pay pack, of course, you know, but you still...
Not yet.
Not yet. We're working on it. but you still carry on, and I admire that.
Thank
I mean,
you.
what advice would you have for young girls, you know, young people who are getting into the beauty pageant world or the modeling world? What advice would you have for them?
My key advice would be to do your homework. Do your research first before you get involved in any pageant or any organization. Do your research, because in this field, there's a lot of good and bad. So you have to do your homework. As well as attitude, to me, is very important.
Right.
Having a positive attitude definitely will take you a long way.
Yes.
So, you know, have a positive attitude.
Talk about that attitude, because I know my background is of beauty pageants. Of course, I own a beauty pageant, and I've been to several beauty pageants as well. And I do find that when people are, you know, when they don't win, there's great disappointment. You know, they think it's the end of the road for them, you know. And I think that, you know, like you mentioned, the positive attitude is so important, and it's lacking. I think when they get into the pageants as a contestant, they expect, of course, you have to have the winning spirit, but they expect to win, and then if they don't
but the
win,
reality
and then
is
it all
everyone
becomes a
can't
bit...
win.
Yes.
The thing about it is, I don't think anyone really taps into that psychological aspect of it. And very often you find people who cannot deal with disappointment. And not just only in a pageant atmosphere, but probably it could stem throughout their lives or childhood. And it tap into that sort of nerve. And it, you know, having that disappointment really takes them down that lane. So I think they do need support in that area. So I would advise the pageant promoters, if they can do sessions.
The aftercare,
I think counseling is something that is definitely needed before.
That's very good
and
advice.
after.
That's very, very good advice. I take that on board. That's very, very good advice. Okay, it's been absolutely great having you. And you know what? I am sure I'm going to see your beautiful self here again before the 30th of October. We talk about what we're going to wear, how we're going to wear them, the shoes,
I can't wait.
the hair, the bangles, the jewelry, the bling, everything. You name it. I mean, on the 30th of October, you have got to be there. If you're not there, you'll miss out on the biggest night, you know, for Black and ethnic community in London, in the UK. I mean, I'm sure there are people who will travel from outside London, in fact, outside the UK.
Of course.
So, it's quite an exciting day.
It's a good time and a good place to be. In spite of the recession, we don't have recession, do we?
No, we don't have. We've got to keep going. We've got
over the head. No, I think there's a time and place for everything, and I think the awards is a good place, a good timing to celebrate. And it's an interesting month, Black History Month, the month of October. We're celebrating that as well. So perfect timing to celebrate our Black community in the Entertainment and Arts Forum. So come out and support on the 30th of October. And for those who are not nominated, there's always next year, 2011. So definitely come out and support whichever way you can. Pauline Long is a beautiful director of the award, so get in touch. You know the website, www.BEFFTA.com, and she's on Facebook as well. So
thank you very much. But you know what? I'm not as beautiful as you. I must say that.
Pauline, don't be silly. You are beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Black women, we are beautiful. Love yourself.
Thank you very much for coming today, Alafair, and I look forward to seeing you on the 30th of October. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard from Alafair, and we look forward to seeing you on that day. With that, I say goodbye and see you next time.